Good day, Raasiyanatha here to share some of my knowledge and the lessons on fire. I'm going to start with fire ceremony today. When you have a candle and it's burnt, if you take off the broken chunk at the top, it lights and burns better. Donate that one up. Take the sacred bick where the fire comes from. Thank all the directions. Thank all the fire that comes from all the directions. Then thank the sacred fire. So it lights a lot better when we break that tip off because you only want a 1/4 inch of wick or so. When you have a 1/4 inch of wick, the fire doesn't burn as fast or as hot, so it burns slower. So if you cut your wick down with a brand new one to a 1/4 inch of a wick, it will last longer. So I like to break it off in between sessions of fire in, fire out. So fire is amazing. Fire is all connected. Fire is fire. It's the element. It's the spirit fire. It is the spirit of fire. So this flame, this element, is the same fire as the fire that is the sun. It is the same fire that is the fire in your stove, in your fireplace, in the candle here, there. All the fires are all connected as the same fire because it's all the same spirit, the same element, the same fire. So that bright candle light, that light that you see, is so amazing that the candle is. The light isn't actually being emitted out of it. The light just is. And so the light here, it just is here. It's super duper amazing to study the philosophy and the physics of it. So the fire inside there is also the fire inside of us. We have that same fire inside of us. We light up. We are the light of that light. That light is us. We represent that light. We are all elements and we are all the fire. The fire is inside all of us. The fire is inside all fires. So we thank the fire. Thank love for the fire. Thank love for fire. Thank love for the heat. Thank love for the light. Humanity went through a huge change and a huge step in its existence, in its brain. The brains evolved once man and woman, once humanity had fire. The minds were able to evolve because fire gave them light. So it gave them protection. It gave them ways of doing things faster in ways. They had a little bit more time. They didn't have to stand guard all the time because they had the light and they had the fire for protection. So they were able to sit and imagine and look at the fire and just stare at the fire and imagine. I like to light the candle each day, reminding myself that light is me. I like to sit with the candle and just look at it and just feel the oneness, knowing that we're all connected in that wonderful, amazing way. So fire is amazing. It has many different colors and many different light shades and many different brightness. The heat of the fire, the hottest part, is the top. So the hottest part of the fire is the very top. So you can light things with a fire without even the things touching the fire. You can hold it above the fire and then the fire will jump. The same fire will light and jump to that. So you don't have to hold it down at the bottom to light things. It actually takes a little bit longer. It's actually not quite as hot. So when you hold it at the top of the fire, even above the fire, it jumps. The fire just appears. It manifests a fire. It's super duper amazing. This is some of the purple mountain sage or rose sage. So fire is the consumer of all. Fire wants to be out of here. It wants to jump and eat everything. It wants to eat me. It wants to just transform everything. Fire just wants to break down everything. And so that new things can grow up out of it. So when you touch fire, don't picture the fire burning you. Don't picture the pain there. Bring the fire and pull it in. As you're fast with the fire, it doesn't really burn you. The hotter the fire, the hotter it is and harder to do. Bigger fires, you can't just put your hand in unless you do it quick. but certain spots of the fire are super hot, melt your fingers right off. So in the center of the fire, it's not quite as hot, but the top of the fire, that's the hot spot. And I just want to show that little jump again because that's just super duper amazing. So look at that, already at like 3 inches above it, the heat of the fire will ignite the sage. It's already starting to glow at that height. I don't know if you can see it on there. And then boom, bursts into flame. So the hottest part when you're using the fire is not down at the base of it. The hottest part of the fire is the tip is above it. So you can actually light things with fire much below it. And that helps, the heat helps it actually light faster and better. So now that this is glowing red, the flame will jump faster in a way. Boom. So it's amazing how the one fire, the all fire, the every fire can just manifest itself like that, can just appear. It's like magic. It's like fire bending. Bang, it just appears. I didn't even touch it to the fire to make fire. The fire just appeared. Now look, we have 2 fires. But the 2 fires are really 1 fire because 1 fire is 2 fire. And the 1 fire is all fire, and all fire is all fires. And it's that same fire that you have inside. It's that same fire that you are inside. You have that light. You have that glow. You are the magnificent brilliance that the fire is. You are connected, like this fire is connected to all fires. So thank fire today, any day, all day, every day. Thank fire for the light. Thank fire for the ability to cook things. Thank fire for the heat. Thank fire for you being the fire that you are. Thank you for the light that you are. Much love. Have a wonderful day. Thank love, thank love, thank love, thank love, thank love for the fire. Thank love for the fire, 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 fire. Thank love, thank love, thank love, thank love.